I would definitely recommend other people to watch this film, especially as local people and being born and raised here or being Hawaiian. I feel it's important just to know about the issues that are surrounding our cultures and our land that we live in.
I'm indigenous, so to see like other cultures and the land being taken away, it really touches my heart. And if they saw that film, it would touch them too, just as me, just like me.
I think that it was both really moving and really, like, I learned a lot from it, because even though I've supposedly like taken Hawaiian culture and Hawaiian studies classes in school, I hadn't learned about things like burials in Hawaiian culture and how they were done. It was entertaining and moving, but also really, really full of knowledge that is really good to know, and it leaves you just feeling like a lot more connected.
It's amazing. They brought up so much information that I wasn't privy to, that I hadn't heard before. Right? And it really broadened the scale. The way he clearly and passionately described the problems going on with desecrations of burial sites, I had no idea. So I'm very thankful. But I really just want to put out the appreciation for that and the clarity and the breadth of the information about about the desecration. And I'm really thankful for Keone's devotion and the team's devotion that he pulled together to make this film happen. It's amazing.
I love the information, got more information out of what I already thought that I knew, and gained more information just watching this film. So I think it's a great watch for anybody that wants to learn more about our iwi kupuna and saving burial sites around Hawaii. I went to a Hawaiian immersion school my whole life, so learning my culture and the heritage of our islands is very important. So iwi kupuna is just one part of that pie that we all need to take care of. If we cannot take care of our kupunas, how are we supposed to take care of the next generation? So I think that this film shows us a lot of that, and it gives you an insight to how one person can make a difference in just the smallest little thing. So I appreciated it very much.
From a cultural standpoint, as a Kanaka Hawaii, I feel so well represented and like secured knowing that someone like Keone is helping like refurnish and just protect our culture.
I feel that this film is so important because for anybody who was not born here or for anyone who was just born here, it's still important to pass along all the cultural information of why the ancestors' bones are alive and why they need to be protected, because it gives a sense of the interconnectedness of why everything needs to be protected and why everything is sacred. And it's funny because it's kind of a little bit the same for someone, like I said, just born here or just moved here, that those who are moving along and aren't going to be here to keep sharing information, they live on in a movie like this too, so that new ears and new eyes can learn. And that's the power of art, and that's the power of this man's passion. So I'm grateful for it.
Really, really blown away. Lived here for 7 years, and I think that's probably the deepest experience of Hawaiian culture, just sharing and feeling it all the way down to 1,000 years ago, people living here and their rituals, and it was very moving and eye-opening and I think motivating for what we need to change.
It's kind of hard to summarize your feelings about something like this, especially again as an outsider. I'm very connected to my Native American heritage, so I do have that connect, but also looking at it from an outsider's point of view at the same time, it's just, it's very touching the way that he told it, and it's very human and it's very personable, and I feel like a lot of historical and cultural things a lot of times can be dry if they're not told by a storyteller, but he's a storyteller, so he was like the perfect person to brighten this topic for a lot more people than might have even known about it before. and he's doing that for his people, and I'll continue to do that for the Hawaiian people too.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, I was just an usher, so I was really like in the back, you know, just kind of like observing. But you know, I was very captivated by the film. I was very, you know, brought in. It was really interesting to learn about, you know, Keone's like whole like story, his whole like journey throughout this whole process of learning about, you know, burials and stuff like that. And I just honestly, I have no notes. It was just really fun to watch and really fun to be a part of. And I really felt for the people in the film, talking about how, you know, these big companies were coming in and destroying like our lands and stuff like that. And I really felt for them as like, you know, like I'm Native Hawaiian, so I understand, you know, like that's our families, that's our people, this is our land. And I just really enjoyed, you know, his storytelling. It just really is like this whole experience. Like, how do you fit, you know, a whole life of learning into one film? And it's just really perfect, like just great.
I really enjoyed the show and the documentary. It's very important for Kanakas and to know the burials and the chants and the kanikaus, because I'm a still practitioner of doing kanikaus at funerals. And from the funeral, you know, it's important to know the traditions, just like how Brother Keone said. All the next generations coming forth, you know, all of them coming forth, bringing their olis, bringing their mana'o, and all the stories coming out. And I just want to give a shout out to you, Keone. Much mahalo, ku'e. Aloha.